The other day, on my way to work, I was driving along. Well, really more just like sitting there doing nothing because, well, traffic was completely stopped. Just inching and inching.
Okay.
Right? Took me over an hour to get to work, which is
fun.
Bummer, right? Mm-hmm. But when I got up to what the problem was, right? Mm-hmm. The rear axle off of a tractor trailer decided to no longer be attached to the trailer. All right, welcome to Chris and His Love. Hope you guys had a great week. We know we took a week off. We were down with the sickness, so not so great, but we are back.
We are.
Thank you for joining us on this lovely evening or daytime, whenever you decide to listen. It's up to you.
Today that you are.
So, the other day, on my way to work, I was driving along. Well, really more just like sitting there doing nothing because, well, traffic was completely stopped. Just inching and inching.
Okay.
Right? Took me over an hour to get to work, which is
fun.
Bummer, right? Mm-hmm. But when I got up to what the problem was, right? Mm-hmm. The rear axle off of a tractor trailer decided to no longer be attached to the trailer. Right?
Okay.
And it fell off. Like, the back of the trailer was on the ground.
So it was just like...
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yes. So, with that, just getting to thinking, like, holy crap, what if I had been right behind that when that went bling and came off?
I lived a Final Destination moment.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, okay, that was a movie that caused, like, some PTSD inadvertently.
For anyone of, like, our generation.
For our era, right? Because we don't like driving behind log trucks.
No.
Like, there are certain things we're just like, I'm just going to move over a lane.
Yeah, like, I'm sure nothing will happen, but I'm for sure not staying here.
Right.
Or if there's pipes lined up, or
yeah,
if there's, no, thanks.
You don't like the pipes, huh? No. What about rebar?
Definitely not.
Sheets of metal?
No.
No.
No, or when you're in the truck and it's got like two prongs, right? And all of the stuff is loaded up in between. Yeah. And I was like, oh, what if one of those just gives and it rolls right on top of me if I'm sitting like right next to one? I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that would be nuts. Because I have seen a truck like actually lose their load off the side of the truck before.
What?
Yeah.
No, okay. I thought it was not like possible, and I was just overreacting.
Then on like that very same day,
I
think that was on the way to work. I think on the way from work that day, there was a semi that the trailer was on fire.
Oh my gosh. I just on the way, not on the way. While you were on your way home, there was one today. There was one south of us a little bit that the trailer was on its side.
Oh, no wonder it took me forever to get home.
Well, it was the other side.
You said it was going south?
No, coming north, but south of us.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's why I was going so slow, because everybody was rubbernecking.
Probably.
But, yeah, so... on my way home that very same day, it wasn't like fire in the middle of the trailer or anything. Like the fire truck was parked, sideways on the freeway. Hose just going, door open on the trailer, just like loading it full of water in the back end. Just,
I wonder what happened.
I don't know. It could have been maybe oily rags or, something. Yeah. Or maybe it's two chemicals that should not have been mixing. And they got a little thermal action.
Oh, that would suck.
That would suck.
Imagine you're just driving. You don't know like what's in there. It's just like, oh, there's this stuff from like when you're like, okay. And then you look in your side mirror because they don't have rear view mirrors, obviously. Side mirrors. And then you're just like, oh, I'm hauling a ball of flames. I'm going to pull over.
Right.
That would be terrifying.
Well, hopefully they know what they're hauling. They're supposed to know what they're hauling.
I don't know any of that stuff. I'm just guessing here. I'm just guessing. So that's very sad. It seems like there's been a lot of like vehicle stuff lately.
There has been.
Like big vehicle stuff.
But the sun's coming out, so people can't drive again.
And that is true. It was beautiful today. It was like a spring day.
And tonight was actually fairly warm outside.
Was it? Mm-hmm. I like that. I like springtime. I like there's like a certain smell that happens in spring. It smells like softball to me.
Yeah, it's called dirt and water.
Probably. I love
Dusty rain.
Petrichor. No, that's not softball. That's just like relaxing. I love that. What you got there?
A drink. It's time for What You Drinking?
What you drinking? Do we say mine first?
Sure.
Mine is in an old honey jar from this little local honey place. Harvard Robbins. They have honey over by the base, and it's very good. So it's just in a honey jar. And I have frozen blueberries and raspberries, and it is a raspberry nectarine Waterloo, and some orange and vanilla.
Wow, it's so fancy.
Mm-hmm. It's delish. What about you?
I got tea.
He does.
With milk.
He does. He has, what is it?
You got it?
Oh, I was just touching it so that I can remember what I put in it.
You need to touch it to remember what you put in it?
Yeah. Sugar cookie, Earl Grey, London Fog, iced with homemade almond milk.
Because we be bougie.
No, we'd be po. And it's cheaper to buy almond butter and then mix it with like water and a couple dates and a little vanilla and a pinch of salt.
So
it's so good.
So it's not milk, it's juice.
Almond juice.
From a nut.
Yeah. Any milk that is not from, it's liquid, you know. But no, it's homemade almond milk. I saw a thing and it was like you could make a container for
honestly, it tastes better than
and it's so good.
The store-bought junk.
Mm-hmm. It does separate, obviously, because it doesn't have like any of the gums or anything. But you just shake it, and it's delish. And you can make it as sweet or not sweet as you would like. So sometimes we make it a little sweeter for like creamer kind for coffee, and sometimes a lot less sweet if we're in a cereal kick. But
which I'm never in.
No, but I mean like our daughter and I. sometimes cereal just is the delicious thing.
I mean, there are times where I get down on some granola, but like for the most part, cereal is
or shredded wheat,
thing.
Shredded mini wheats.
Frosted mini wheats.
That's right.
Because I don't want just shredded wheat. Because I don't want to have a piece of cereal like Ted Lasso.
A piece of cereal. Oh no, that's all right, folks. I had a piece of cereal this morning. I really enjoy grape nuts, which is weird because all through high school they would ask questions. Teachers first day like, oh, all right, what's your favorite cereal? And so many people in high school, that was like their question: your favorite ice cream or your favorite cereal? And grape nuts. Everybody's saying other stuff, and I'm like, man, I just love some grape nuts. I don't know what it is, crunchy and they're tiny. I don't know, man. Anywho, talking about food, it reminds me of something. How many
Which does it take to get to the center?
No, how many chefs do you think during medieval times were unjustly executed because the king's taster was allergic to a certain food?
Probably all of them.
Isn't that crazy?
So, and that's something also that I've always thought about.
Huh.
Like, say, let's go way, way back in human history.
Okay.
Would you have been courageous enough to be the first to test the food? Like, that berry looks nice.
No, I think they used prisoners of war for that, or...
No, way, way back.
Yeah, but, like, I just... if you're in, like, a small
Say
community...
your name was Eve.
Oh, well, I'd be like, well, that one looks a lot like the berries we had. I mean, you wouldn't have had any choice.
Right.
You just hope for, like...
Hope for the
a
best.
dangerous kid, you know?
Yeah. You just keep pumping
They're
out
like,
kids.
stop eating things that you... And they're like, it's fine. And they just eat stuff. And you're like, you good? Why don't you pick enough for all of us then?
Right.
If you're going to be brave, fine. He didn't die. Let's try it.
Well, that's something I've always thought about, like, especially with people going to different lands or whatever, and they get to a different land, maybe they haven't met any natives yet, right? And they're just trying to figure out what they're going to eat, and just start eating random stuff. Be like, oh, that kind of looks good. But you do that in some areas, you die.
You definitely die.
So,
Yeah.
I've always thought about that ever since I was, like, a teenager. Of just, like, it's kind of like a recurring question in my head, like, what would I have done? I probably would have just ate what I already knew was good and say, forget it.
Unless there was none of that around.
I'd wait for somebody else to eat it. No, definitely not.
Eat this snake, and then
Definitely
you don't realize that the venom is all throughout its body, and then you're like, "Well, that was a mistake."
Well, that would never be a thing.
No.
Nope.
If you were hungry enough,
I wouldn't even get near it. I'd become a vegetarian.
you're like, these sticks.
Yeah. I'm definitely not going against the danger noodle.
No.
No. Definitely not.
Or like, what if you were just allergic to, let's say you're allergic to oregano, right? And you bring it back and they're like, oh, what is this? It smells so good. And you try it, and then you, like, how many things have we just not eaten because someone was allergic to it?
Maybe a fair amount, but also...
I mean, by now, probably not.
But also, I think the allergies have become more prevalent the more comfortable in society we've gotten.
Possibly.
Because people have not had to be more hardy and
That's
survive.
possible. And we probably, like, turned food into other food that maybe our bodies don't recognize.
Well, we make it
readily.
overproduce certain things
That's true.
that
Like
our bodies
gluten
don't
here,
break down well.
a lot of people can't have gluten here, but if you have gluten from, like, another country, like Italy, they can have pasta.
Some can.
It's fine.
But
Some, yeah. Obviously don't just, if you have a gluten issue, just to order right flour and be like, well, I'm eating it. They said I could.
well,
Talk to your doctor.
You could, but that's not good for anybody in that situation.
No, for sure no.
For sure, no.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We got
Yeah.
a little bit of a confession to make.
Ooh, what's that?
We are dabbling in the land of the nerds. See, back in school, we would have been both the people that, like, okay, nerd herd, when it comes to playing certain games and doing certain things. But somebody, because there's figurines and themes and stuff, has become super intrigued about Dungeons and Dragons.
I feel like I should disclaimer.
Why are you disclaimering?
I don't know. Oh, I do like a theme.
You love a theme.
And I like escape rooms and stuff.
So here shortly we will be starting a couples D&D thing and see how we like being a part of the nerd herd. See if we're nerdy enough to be part of the nerd club. But it should be fun. Definitely, I got it off the old Amazon.
Yeah, it's a book.
And we'll see how we like it. Well, that's kind of how like all Dungeons and Dragons are. It's like somebody comes up with a book and you're just a character in the quest.
Really, I don't understand it. And I'm like, well...
You're like, Dungeons and Dragons? I've heard of it. Yeah, let's try it.
No, I was like, I don't understand. Like, can't I just be like, I am all-powerful and it's, like, completed. It's done. And they're like, well, yeah, but that's not fun. And I'm like, oh... Like, the goal isn't to just demolish and win the game. Like, the goal is... Like, the game is the goal. The fun of the traveling together.
Well, and I don't know how exactly it goes all together because we haven't even cracked the book open yet.
No,
but
God.
Really, I'm sure there's some kind of formula when you're setting up your character that won't allow you to be OP.
What's OP?
Overpowered.
Oh.
Like certain weapons in certain video games will be OP. Meaning, like, when you get it, nobody can really hurt you because you're already killing them with one shot because it's an overpowered weapon. So, I'm sure there's something in there. We'll get into it. Maybe we'll talk about it. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll say this was like the most boring night of our life. Or we'll get really into it. We'll see.
I'm not really sure,
but... We'll see what happens.
But I think it's fun. Something new to try.
It is something new
and to try. I do love a theme, you know? And...
I will not be getting dressed up for our couples D&D.
But you would for a group D&D?
Probably not. I will have clothes on. But I'm not no.
Yeah.
The most dressed up in a theme that I get is because you go, here, put this on.
Yeah. Like, it's Halloween. I got us costumes. I already got our costumes for next year. Us and our daughter and the dog.
Yeah.
What? They were discounted a lot. And I was like, look.
Yeah.
Any hoot.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to try it. It's something new.
We'll have fun to put on random clothes and go hang out with family.
Oh, for Halloween. Yeah, we go hang out at my mom and dad's house. We eat chili and play games and hand out hot cocoa and apple cider.
You hand out hot cocoa and apple cider.
Oh, yeah. The boys sit at the table while we're like, yay, people! But yeah, sometimes we dress up. One time he has a t-shirt that has a piece of toast, and I have a sweatshirt that looks like an avocado. Avocado toast. Isn't it cute? It's cute. We'll tell you more about our Halloween costumes later.
Yeah.
Closer to Halloween.
Closer?
Closer to Halloween?
Closer?
What do you mean?
Closer
to Halloween.
To Halloween?
What?
Huh?
Okay, I think it's time to go.
All right, guys. It's a short one. It's a sweet one. Maybe tell us about your final destination moments as you've been traveling.
My goodness.
Or maybe tell us of a movie that has got you weirded out about things in real life. Like maybe, just maybe, you watched a movie called Christine. And just maybe your family had the exact same car, just in a different color, in a barn that you then had to go into in the dark.
You thought she was going to come alive?
Yeah, you may have crapped your pants a bit. Figuratively.
Thankfully. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Or tell us what you're drinking. I would like to make it.
Yeah, that would be super fun. Go ahead and like and subscribe and all that fun jazz. Mm-hmm. And thank you for listening to our random babblings.
Yes.
And we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.